Every passing day is a bet with the destiny of the small creatures. In this land, danger can arrive in the blink of an eye. Without a single signal, without a single warning. Dawn has just brushed the surface of the Amazon water. The fine mist keeps enveloping the river like a cold mantle. On the muddy bank, a herd of capybaras slowly advances toward the water's edge and then suddenly stops. The leading female stops, raises her head, listening to every sound, and looks attentively toward the current. For them, the river is at once source of life, and also the place where all danger can begin. Because to survive on this frontier, they need to be completely alert to a predator of agile speed that patiently waits for its moment. Constricting rings full of strength that can close the breathing of any living being in the blink of an eye. And dark, cold shadows with jaws equipped with teeth as sharp as stalactites that let themselves be carried by the current along the shore. In this land, even lowering the head to drink a sip of water is a challenge sent to death. This river has only one throne, but there are 3 sovereigns who long to seize it. One who dominates the land with silent steps like those of a phantom. An ancient monster that hides beneath the river with the strength of constricting rings like living steel cables. And one who governs the border between the water and the mud with the strength of camouflage. For a small family of capybaras, the tropical jungle does not grant them power, but forces them to adapt and to preserve other extraordinary capacities. The largest rodent on the planet, an adult specimen can weigh more than 130 pounds. For any predator, they are not only prey, but also a precious prize granted by nature. However, implacable nature has turned this species into a masterpiece of adaptation. Every sense, every reflex, are the result of millions of years of evolution to face the dangers that always lurk. The eyes, the ears, and the nostrils are found on the upper part of the skull, like the periscope of a submarine that floats silently over the surface of the water. While the body almost disappears from the predator's field of vision. They can hold their breath up to 5 minutes, enough time to deceive not a few killer predators of this place. One of the sovereigns of the Amazon has been present since long before the dawn awoke. He lies motionless beneath a dense foliage, less than 165 feet from them, so silent that even the jungle forgets his existence. Jaguar, the soul of the shadows of the Amazon. An adult male weighs more than 200 pounds. He is the largest feline of the entire American continent. His shining golden coat covered by rosette patterns. Each black spot seems a fragment of shadow sewn to his body by the sun. A masterpiece of camouflage woven by the jungle itself. From a distance of 165 feet, even the most alert eyes of a capybara only see a tranquil and peaceful stretch of the jungle, without discovering that there is an assassin observing in silence. The most terrifying force of the jaguar is not in speed. He does not run as fast as the cheetah. He does not possess a colossal body like the tiger. His true weapon is in the jaw, a hydraulic press machine forged by nature through millions of years of evolution. Each bite is launched with an astonishing precision, aiming directly at the weakest positions of the prey, leaving almost no opportunity for resistance. If calculated by the proportion between bite force and body weight, no big cat on the planet can match him, not even the African lion. Symbol of the savannah, can compete. Bite force of approximately 5,800, 6,700 newtons, enough to pierce turtle shells. Crush the skull of a caiman. Most of the kings of the feline family follow the same law. All look for the neck of the prey. It is how most predators bring down their prey and has become their instinct. However, the jaguar chooses a different strategy. He does not seek the neck, but aims directly at the skull. Without need for struggles, without need for prolonged suffering, a single bite and resistance ends in an instant. Precisely that strategy has turned the jaguar into one of the very few predators that can bring down even caimans protected by a thick, bony armor. The hunting success rate of the jaguar oscillates between 40 and 50%, almost double that of the lion. In the wild world, it is not only the measure of an efficient predator, it is the base that creates the status of an apex predator. But power always has its price. An adult male must control a territory like an enormous labyrinth of between 20 and 40 square miles. Each day, he must patrol, mark, and defend his empire. Within that dominion, there is a hunting ground that most big cats avoid, the rivers. However, for the jaguar, the surface of the water is not a barrier. It is a part of his hunting territory. Not only is it not an obstacle, but it is a place where he takes maximum advantage of his advantages. They can swim and hunt in the aquatic environment in an elegant and effective manner. Scientists have recorded a specimen of jaguar that can swim continuously more than 1.5 miles without needing to rest. A warrior that dominates both land and river. And this morning, the Amazon River is about to witness a sentence directed at the herd of capybaras. When the distance is enough to make the decision, the male jaguar suddenly explodes in speed and strength. An adult capybara has not yet managed to drink water, but has already been firmly squeezed by the jaws of this great female. Not long after, the river once again submerges into silence, as if the confrontation that just occurred had never happened. The last ripples slowly dissolve, returning calm to the surface of the water. But that calm is only an appearance. Hidden beneath the dark water, in the middle of the labyrinth of flooded roots, another predator waits silently. He has been ambushing here for a long time. However, the appearance of the jaguar forced him to be patient, to wait until the river returned once more to calm. A green anaconda. One of the heaviest reptiles that still exist on Earth. More than 16 feet long and up to 330 pounds of weight, her enormous body merges completely with the black color of the river water. The olive green skin covered with black patches makes her look exactly like a trunk that has slept for centuries. The jaguar has gone, but the danger has not yet. Under the water, the anaconda continues motionless, like a part of the river. After escaping the claws of the jaguar, the herd of capybaras does not know that the true test is still ahead. In the instant the first capybaras descend to the water, silence disappears immediately. The surface of the river explodes in lightning. The anaconda launches upward, so fast it seems a spear fired from the river itself. In an instant, all escape routes disappear. Without need for violent struggles, the anaconda lets her muscular rings do the rest of the work. After each breath of the prey, the pressure increases a little more, slowly but irreversibly. However, the Amazon has not yet revealed all its secrets. It still guards hidden secrets under the black color of the water. In deeper, darker places, where the sunlight has never arrived, another presence waits with more patience than the jaguar and than the anaconda. Like a rough black trunk petrified from the era of the dinosaurs, an ancient phantom, Black Caiman, the tyrant that governs the Amazon rivers. If the jaguar is the scythe of the jungle and the anaconda is the noose of the swamp, then the Black Caiman is the door that leads to the abyss. An adult male can measure more than 16 feet and weigh up to 1,100 pounds. A block of muscle covered with a bony armor, as if nature had forged an entire tank and had dropped it intentionally to the bottom of the river. For more than 80 million years, they have barely changed their habits or their bodily characteristics, because that design has almost reached perfection. The eyes and the nostrils are on the upper part of the flattened head, allowing the entire body to disappear under the water, leaving only a few inches of life floating over the surface of the river. It helps them camouflage so perfectly that even the surface of the water forgets it is hiding a monster. The Black Caiman does not possess speed, but they are masters of patience. He can remain motionless for hours, even days, only to wait for the precise hunting opportunity. The jaws of the caiman are the strongest not only because of their size, it is a living steel trap. Once one falls into that jaw, the opportunities to return are almost zero. Unlike the jaguar, the caiman does not finish with a precise bite. Unlike the anaconda, he also does not have a long body to strangle the prey until the heart stops beating. He drags, pulls the victim toward dark water zones, where the oxygen gradually disappears, where panic becomes an ally of death, and it is the river itself that is the final executioner. The capybara understands this. Each cub that is born grows with a fear that has the shape of a calm water surface. Because the more silent it is, the more dangerous the river is. However, there is a strange paradox between the caiman and the capybara that even the tropical jungle finds difficult to understand. Sometimes, in the swampy zones, one can see images of this largest rodent in the world standing calmly right next to the caimans, not because they are friends, nor because the caiman has lost his hunting instinct. They are only betting on a law of nature. A satiated caiman will not risk spending energy on an unnecessary attack, creating a rare scene in nature between the prey and the predator. However, it is enough for hunger to return. That distance of a few meters will become the fragile frontier between life and death. In the largest ecosystem on the planet, not even the caiman, the jaguar, and the anaconda are invincible. Because another force exists, which does not possess the strongest jaws, which does not have the largest body, but which has enough strength to make even the three sovereigns of the Amazon have to retreat. Not an individual, but an army, an empire built on absolute unity. It is the family of the giant otters, the warriors of the river. At first glance, they seem friendly creatures playing on the surface of the water more than those capable of facing the monsters of the river. Soft brown fur, bright eyes together with whistles that resound without stopping, everything makes them look like a happy family more than a combat unit. That is also the mistake that many predators have made. An adult otter can measure almost 6 feet. Not big enough to dominate the Black Caiman, not strong enough to win in hand-to-hand combat against the jaguar or the anaconda. But the Amazon has never worshipped only strength. It worships adaptation, and the giant otter has turned unity into the most fearsome weapon of all. No individual fights alone. Each family is composed of 5, 10, even more than 20 members, a true army. Each individual has its own position. The adult specimens patrol, the young learn to hunt, the older siblings protect the small ones, and the entire family guards the territory together. One morning, the leader raises himself. His eyes point toward various different directions of the river. When he confirms there are no intruders in the territory, the entire pack goes together to hunt. However, today, a caiman has approached too close to the place where the young are swimming. In an instant, the surface of the originally calm water suddenly explodes. Shiny heads launch themselves in unison, without the slightest hesitation, without the slightest fear. They do not try to defeat the caiman. They know that is almost impossible. The objective is only one. They only need to force the intruder to retreat. Continuous bites aim at the entire body, while other specimens do not stop harassing from various directions. The alarm calls resound along the entire river. After several minutes of tension, what seemed impossible has occurred. The monster that dominates the river silently turns his head. It is not because he is weaker, but because he understands that no hunt is worth it at the cost of wounds. In this land, even small bites can become a danger to life. Each hunt of the otters is like a perfectly calculated ambush. The entire pack pushes the fish toward shallow water zones, gradually reducing all escape routes, until the school can only launch itself directly toward the waiting teeth. Without need for a colossal strength, without need for jaws that crush bones, it is intelligence and coordination, that which have turned them into fearsome killers. However, the river is not governed only by predators. It is also operated by time. And when time turns, all thrones begin to falter. The dry season, the current that once flowed impetuous like the enormous arteries of the jungle, now slows down. Life is compressed in an ever smaller space. And where there are many prey, there all the predators will appear. The capybara drags the entire herd toward the last lake because there is no other option. The green grass keeps growing around the edge of the water, but the smell of danger is also denser than ever. Farther away, the family of giant otters has also appeared. In a single morning, all predators and prey are present. But no one hunts anyone. No one wants to start an unnecessary battle, because even the strongest ones understand that wounds can be more fearsome than hunger. The Amazon does not belong to the most brutal, but to the one who knows how to choose the correct moment. When the rainy season returns, not with the roar of a storm, it arrives slowly, but with enough force to rewrite the entire map of the jungle. At first, there are only some heavy drops of water that fall crossing the canopy. Then the sky seems to open enormous portals. The rain falls without ceasing. Day after day, each small stream begins to awaken. The dry channels quickly fill with water. The branches of the river connect to one another, like veins loaded with vitality. The entire ecosystem takes a deep breath, and the whole jungle seems to revive after months of drought. The pastures that were once the territory of this rodent slowly disappear beneath the surface of the water. The lower jungles are submerged in the flood of silk-brown color. The centuries-old trunks now rise in the middle of a newly formed ocean, like ancient gods holding up the sky. There is no longer a clear border between the river and the jungle. The water filters through each base of a tree, embraces each trunk, turns the entire jungle into an enormous labyrinth of amber-colored mirrors. For many species, this is the season of rebirth. Millions of fish follow the new water currents entering the flooded jungle. They swim between the trunks, where only a few weeks before it was still dry ground. Each base of a tree becomes an island. Each low branch becomes shelter of countless creatures. The Amazon is no longer a jungle. It becomes a green ocean that breathes. But together with life, danger also grows. The anacondas now have an entire labyrinth of water where to disappear. The caiman expands his territory with each meter of water that rises. The giant otters wander through the new aquatic paths recently formed. The jaguar also changes. He swims more. He hunts more between the flooded zones. He follows the trail of the herds of capybaras that are forced to search for the last highlands to rest. In this land, the rainy season has never brought only water. It brings with it life. It sows dangers, because danger never appears under a single determined form. It can have the shape of a shadow, of a ripple, or simply of silence prolonging itself more than usual. That is the most ancient law of this land. There is no absolute king. The jaguar dominates the land. The anaconda dominates the shallow waters. The Black Caiman is owner of the depths. The giant otter protects its territory with collective strength. Each one is invincible until it enters the territory of the other. The Amazon has never been built by a king. It is maintained in balance by the fear that all the kings have of one another. That fragile balance is the one that has allowed this primeval jungle to have existed for millions of years. And above all, it makes the whole jungle change its beat, as if the heart of nature had just begun a new cycle, more ferocious, more majestic, and more primeval than ever.